Welcome to Kracken Unlimited Builders. We're back in with, I think this is the 4th episode, and starting here on our model screen, I just wanted to show a couple things here. First of all, yes, I was correct. We did not get all the upgrades. This is a decent place to see that. So I can see right here that we still have some normal Kracken Elite, not the Kracken Elite 2s, and ditto here with the Xeno Zippers. So that happened because we didn't have enough logistics to actually send out the stuff that we were ordering it to produce. I wish that had an error message on it when that happens, but it's just good to know that that's there. You also can see them over here. As long as you've been designating the quality of your models correctly, you should be able to see that. Another thing that I came here actually to show a mistake I made, but I guess it's not a mistake. Droog pointed out that I played the GR optics after we had done the Kracken Elite, but it looks like, at least in this case, we were able to distribute the GR optics after we had designed the model, if the timing of that is how I think it was. So that's a little interesting to me, because we know for certain if you research a technology, say side skirts, after you've started designing a tank without them, it does not automatically add them. So this is an interesting little thing here. Also, this is the first time I've ever noticed that it gives me a number. So the GR optics give us an extra kill chance of plus 25%. That's pretty strong. Being able to actually get kills and not just hits is very, very good. I wish we could add that to our artillery right off the bat. So we're right where we were last time. We are still greatly struggling because of these guys. This danger is just killing me. Absolutely killing me. I mean, we're down to 28 at the moment, but it's not going to stay there. This guy is also adding danger because he's within reach of these. We had the one rebellion over here that I got impatient and I attacked him too soon, and I let him get into the mountains. We're going to pay for that. We're going to pay for that greatly. Our biggest problem right now is because of the danger, we're not getting the workforce that I really need, and that is absolutely killing me. I also just noticed we don't have the machines to build this, so good thing I noticed that. Let's go ahead and, whoops, not construct. See if we can buy them. We're pretty flush with cash at the moment. There are 3 machines available at 80. I will take them. Being a lot more aggressive with buying the machines and saving our IP, although at this point maybe our IP is all right and we could do it otherwise. Okay, so we're gonna send that. Workers are a problem. The workers being a problem is also a problem for my food. We are paying grossly over. So the private economy is paying 0.005 and we are paying 0.007. So it's not a money issue per se, it's a happiness issue. So my worker happiness is super duper low. It is going up finally a little bit, but that's going to change if the danger spikes again. So that's not really been solved. We check our zones. Do we have anything we could do? I need workers specifically. Volunteer drive, prospecting, peripheral. We can make some IP, private investment. Okay, this, I will probably play this. Very nice card here. Economic stratagem, normally executed by the Economic Council Director. Increases the amount of private credits available in the private economy of the zone. Success depends on the oratory skill of the counselor. That's not going to solve the problem, though. Calm them down. That's unrest. Feasts. Okay, that could work. It's only 2d10 points, so if I roll a 2, that is completely not worth a fate point. Especially when we have something like an eager industrialist. I just don't think that this isn't going to work. Okay, so a little bit of a womp womp there. We had an incident with lack of authority. I do see our commander here is feeling a little blue. We'll just go ahead and denounce them. There you go, get some more unrest. Perfect. The Syndic School, we are not trying to hire them in. They want to buy some IP. Okay, I think we are in a position now where I can do that. So they want to buy 425 for 464. Not the greatest. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have a surplus, but it gives us increased relations. It gives us commerce. It'll make a couple of our guys happy. Yes, sure. Definitely changes the balance of how valuable I feel that the IP is when you're playing Oceania because of that event there. Okay, we are trying to hold down the border here. I almost want to rush over here with this guy. You know what? Let's get over there. And over here. Okay, I'll tell you what. Actually, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll shuffle like this. We'll give him an out when we attack him, and hopefully we can push him out of the mountains. I mean, okay. Nope, we're not full. Maybe we can attack with like these three and shove him out, but not yet. We're having supply problems because we're having that employment problem. That is just absolutely killing me. We are building the power because we're losing power. We built the bureaucratic office 3, which is great, but we're not fully employing it, which is not great. Let me just pop in. Where are we at on tech stuff? So we've discovered small or gas-powered small arms. I'm not a huge fan of that one, if I'm being honest. If I wasn't researching the ammunition factory, yes, but we have both metal and we have that tech coming, so I'm going to hold out for automatic rifles. I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't prioritize this. So it looks like we don't have, well, no, we do have some military techs unlocked down here. If our next like 2 military techs do not give us automatic rifle, I think I'm going to focus. The thing is, you take such a strong penalty on your income when you do that, that it is a last resort. Let's put it that way. Okay, I think we're ready to roll a turn here. Yeah, we could do some more road work, but because I sold those points off, we're going to have to wait on that a little bit. It's not the roads that are causing me the problem. Come on, aliens. Shuffle off to Buffalo. Like, if they would just leave and, like, re-land down here, I would be in so much better shape. Of course, then again, maybe they leave and then they come over here and cut off my food, so maybe I shouldn't complain too much. At least they're holding still. Okay, shuffling around down there. Maybe I'll have this guy plug that hole instead. Okay, we didn't lose anybody. We found some more fuel. Crisis of Passion. APCs. APCs, maybe okay on this planet. We'll see. They're treaded, so they're gonna have the same problem that tanks have. Volunteer drive, prospecting, minor war, increased rank. Recruit civilian, political aid truck. Dionysus Main made a brilliantly executed attack. Oh no. Not against my Artemis. Don't lose. I need that money. Artemis. Yeah, look at that. They paid out a little bit here. This round, they paid out 262 credits in dividends. Now, I don't know exactly how that gets shared. Like, we have a 14%, so do I get 14% of that? Let's actually see if we can trace this down, because I don't actually know the answer to that. I assume we'd have some treasury. So, public investment, salaries, import and export tariffs. We're not currently tariffing anything. Salaries. Okay, here we go. Dividend income, 174 credits. I'm gonna guess that we got 2/3 of it and the other person got the other. So is that 2/3 of that? I'm gonna napkin math that in my head, and I'm gonna say yes. Okay, so we would really like to get those other shares is what that means. That's not a bad, like that alone almost paid off one of the shares that we bought earlier on. That's why it's so important to get in here and get going on it. Okay, we could research the APC. I'm unlikely to build any right now, and they would need an upgraded machine gun. We could upgrade the buggy, but they have the same problem. I think I'm gonna say no. We'll just put everything into discovering a new one. Those treaded things are gonna be really bad. God, this screen really needs updating. But, okay, so in the grassy plains, they're fine. In the heavy forest, tanks have a -70 and a -40 defense mod. In the jungle, -80 and 55. That is horrible. In the cloud forest, 90 and 70. So the treaded vehicles are really, really bad in that dense of an area. And that looks like that's going to be most of our first war. So bad time bears. We really need some artillery if we're going to make any headway in here, I have a feeling. That's going to be painful. Artillery is very hard on your logistics because of the amount of ammo you generally have to use. Okay, these guys are looking better. If I was to attempt an attack, okay, you can't even attack. So it would have to be like these two, and we'd have a 1-to-1 odd. If we threw that guy in, it would help. Might help. All right, let's try it. I have so many people that are being held up by this army. All we need to do is get them to retreat so we can at least push them back. No, we ran out of AP. Okay, that wasn't terrible though. We're at least trading decently. All right, let's get into those mountains. Let's make our replenishments. Okay, so we actually have enough replenishments for both. All right, fine. You, I don't even remember what you are. Yeah, I don't even remember what you are. Okay, up here, we're also looking a lot better. Do we have all of our ammo? That's what I care about most. Not quite. But I think we could finish him off. If we did that and that. Yeah, I want to saturate this pretty heavily and go for a kill. This would just be another way that we could start lowering that unrest that we're suffering. Oh yeah, this is looking a lot better. Nice. Okay. Probably worth the 6 units that we lost, if I'm being honest. Okay, beautiful. Now, I would like to start this relatively soon, but he is sitting here with troops that are about equal to me and in higher numbers. So we are definitely not going to be in position for that yet. Okay, a militia unit. Let's actually have you go sit on our food supply. Ditto. It's very nerve-wracking to me not to have that covered with something. Yeah, and some of the first is down here dealing with that. They're going to come back up here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, do we have anything else? We have a spy. Again, that neighbor. Yes, we're going to really go for saturation. Okay, we do have an increased sales tax. Are we running a sales tax at all? And I think the answer was no. Sales tax. We are running 25%. We made 8 credits. I used to try to hit this really hard, but the thing is, how much of the private economy do we want to siphon? Because they are doing a really nice job of getting things built up. They are making 286 credits is not bad, but that's actually letting them afford something compared to a lot of my games where they're making like 2 credits. I think I'm going to let that be. I think we're just going to let them save up for that. So we're not going to do that at the moment. Income tax increase. I think, didn't we fail the last one we did? Income tax is 20%. We definitely could do that. I think we could soak 30 pretty good. Although saying that, I'm not hurting for money and we're having horrendous problems here. Maybe we just wait until we get rid of the danger before we up that. A war game, a cabinet retreat. That is kind of enticing to me. We're flooded with points at the moment. We're not going to start any new council positions or anything anytime soon. Let's do that. We have good odds. We got a success. Relation increased by 3. The XP of all cabinet members went up by 61. That's a lot of XP. Not as good as the full retreat that you get from meritocracy because it's only cabinet, so no governors and no captains or anything. But still, not terrible. Supreme Leader Day. I would just get a bunch of PP. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too interested in that. Prestige damage, chemical high. Again, some of these are just so hard of pills to swallow. I just don't see how I could possibly justify that. I would like to play this, but not until we're done with what we're currently doing. Private investment, sure. Anything we can do to get money into our economy is going to help us in one way or the other. 1,363 credits into the economy. We could do a prospecting push, but I'm going to wait until we have more land. What do you come from? I don't remember getting prospecting 2s last game. Are you coming from commercial, I'm going to guess? We check commerce. Okay, we get private investment. We get gift to faction. 500 population, 2,000 to population, IP, commercial gift, state gift. So no, that's not where that's coming from. Up here, up in democracy, I would not have suspected that at all. Okay, so we are getting political point bonus. Yeah, that's why my political points are so crazy. We probably could lower the funding there for a little bit. What is the difference? I don't know. I just would assume it's stronger. I don't know. If we could get the next one, call to rebellion, sure. I mean, I would love to do that. Send agitators and propaganda to sow dissent, and we would also unlock the secondant. Secondant is a trustee of the leaders in charge. The troops the secondant is embedded with give their leader plus 35% to the skill rolls. Ooh, or 35 point. That's a nice bonus. So that would be on their operational rolls. That is pretty strong. That is pretty strong, actually. It would also raise our quality of life bonus to 100%. Yeah, I don't hate that. Call to Rebellion 2. Extra political points. Negotiator. If the troops the negotiator are embedded with attacks a unit, there's a 50% chance they can use their verbal skills to make them retreat from combat. Can be good, can be bad. Sometimes you don't want them to retreat. You want them to stay and fight so you can kill them, but I can see that. Like in our current situation, that wouldn't be too bad. We have the scavenger team. If we have these guys, we earn credits for kills, but only that unit gets. So I don't know. This one's a little weak. I wish it was the whole unit that they're in, not the individual unit card. And we have the corporatist officer. His family does whatever it takes to keep him alive. Troops he's embedded with will always stay at their initial readiness. That is pretty strong. That's pretty strong. We have an engineer team. They're good at defending. Engineers recover up to 50 lost entrenchment points every round. Very nice there for defense. And we have the technomage, which is attacking them suffers 50% penalty to their attack. Pretty strong there too. So mind actually is really a very defensive unit trait, but then we also have fluid defense, which I actually like quite a lot. Infantry and artillery get 40% on the defense. So if you're not mechanizing things, this is totally fine. Although the mechanized only get 30% minus on defense, but they also get some attack. So interesting. This would be really good for something like if we had APCs towing artillery. That's where I would think about this maybe. And rush looks incredibly good to me. I've used it before, I think, but back when I didn't know the rules of the game as well. I'll call it out next time we do a combat why I think that's so ridiculously good. Okay, but that didn't solve any of these problems. Okay, we do have a 0 retirement. Do I have anybody I want to get rid of? I mean, you're fine. It's fine. He's not like stellar or anything, and he's not causing problems. All of you guys are part of Merchant Society, except for you, who's not part of anything. Let's check in with our factions again. Okay, we actually have a new one. We have the Syndicate School, the Republican Front, and the Merchant. Okay, Republican Front's the new one. Founded by Simba. They like enforcement, meritocracy, and mind. Okay, I'm not a huge fan. Mind is the only one I'm really going for. Mind, commerce, democracy. Yeah, Merchant Society is where it's at, man. We really want Merchant Society to do well. 60% of the vote, which is really nice. Their happiness is 80, 81, and 57. Do we have a gift to faction card? I never play those. I don't even know what those are under. Gift to faction. No. Are they leader cards, maybe? That's to a leader. I don't think we do. This one also could be interesting. Governor wins referendum if his oratory skill beats 200 minus average happiness. But what does that do? What does that do? I don't remember ever playing that. If you know what local referendum does, let me know. Gladiator, Inspiral, Cultural. Normally played by Secretary. This is a leader card. To make them become like us, we must become a little like them. That's interesting. It's a leader card. I'm guessing I would put that on like the governor if I had to guess. I'm not certain. Okay, we do have 2 political aid trucks. Let's go to the first light. I'm pretty certain I've done one to you. So let's put one here.
We'll go.
And then let's put one into the first.
We'll go.
I always try to buff up my offensive units with most of those things first. A recon contract. You know what? Let's actually get that out. Let's try to Oceania at least a little bit. Although saying that, do we already have? No, we do not already have good sight. Okay, so there's an island over here. Let's target that. So recon contract. Then again, that's a lot more space. Let's do that. Yeah, so we're going to schedule a meeting. So that doesn't actually give it to us. That gives us the chance to pay for it. A little bit on the annoying side for sure. Okay, you're not getting supplies down here. Let's just pull back to there. Why did that shrink? So are we having that bad of a problem up here? Man, logistics are absolutely killing me. And it all comes down to the stupid squirmers that we've got. All right, let's roll it. One of the incredibly cool things about this game, every different planet, every different set of circumstances is an entirely different challenge. This is so much different than the last couple seasons we've done, in that I have metal and I have money. 2 things that were humongous constraints on our last couple. However, I am still really struggling here with the quality of life, which is ironic because we have what I would consider a quality of life build, with both democracy increasing it and commerce making them build it. So very interesting there. Gift populace, recruit civilian, a state gift. I really like this card. I'm enjoying that one a lot. A little bit of PP to make someone that happy. That's kind of a get out of bad circumstance card. Producing ammo. Ooh, I'm glad you said something because I definitely need to produce some ammo. Let's make, I don't know, like 105 worth of IP. You guys are out of, okay, what is going on here? We are having horrendous problems. Did our workers, no, we're getting better. Below par. We are getting better, but we just didn't get the workers into the truck station. So a truck station 2 wants 2,400. We have 2.5. Why is that a problem? Upkeep cost. Here we go. So we need 2,800 to be fully working. I assume that's our problem there. What did you guys not get? Ammo. Okay, we're definitely not attacking over here. Also ammo problems over there. Ay. Okay, I will keep that buggy there. Now, we don't have any solidified borders with these guys, so we're going to try to just kind of belly bump our way in. I don't dare risk an attack at the moment, but we're going to try to just push our way in gently and see if we can take that, since the aliens backed off for a second. All right, we're going to have to wait here. Ouch. Okay, yeah, we're not playing 43 PP for something I can't really afford to run. A minor worker strike. Easily payable. Where are we at? 49. Sure. Makes people very happy here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Delta Maria Recon contract. Okay, so let's go for maybe a 4-round contract. I don't want to spend 1,000 on that. I don't even know if this is an area I care about yet, so we'll do that. I want to say it's all of their territory. Also, wait a minute. Did I not target? Oh, shoot. I think it was based on what I targeted. Who owns that? Of which one? That wasn't Artemis that I just agreed to do that with. I would have preferred Artemis. That's okay, though. It's not a problem. We're still going to get to see what I wanted to see, but I should do that to Artemis next time we get one of those cards. Yeah, 1 share, my shares. Yeah, Artemis has 9 zones. 1, 2, and 3 for these other clowns. Yeah, definitely better. Okay. Yeah. I have to give a thank you to Battle Mode here. He's been putting out some UI videos. I've never actually fiddled with this, and I was like, wait a minute, that actually looks kind of useful. So what we can do here is if we did something like oil, it'll mark where we know about oil. The green is showing us that we're using it, and the non-green is showing us that we know about it and it's not being exploited. So kind of nice here. We can check rainfall. Yeah, as we go towards the equator, the rain increases. Makes sense. Metals are 1 metal mine. No rares. Salinity. Okay, so that's going to be our salt in the ocean, obviously. Snow. Okay, a little hard to see that one. Scavenger points. Okay, that's another one that's a little hard to see, but it's like pink right here. Tectonic plates. Is it likely volcanoes might be on the edges of the plates? That's usually where they are in real life. Barring hot spots. Right. Very interesting. I don't think that's going to help us at the moment, though. All right, so those are our decisions. We did get another spy. I am going very hard on them. I think we will play another cabinet retreat. We're still swimming in PP, so.
Order acknowledged.
Wow, critical success. All cabinet members improved by 10% and got 80 XP. I don't even think they can spend it that fast. That is going very well. Very happy with that one. Supreme Leader Day. Don't care. Okay, prospecting. We can make some IP. Leaders. We did get a bonus. Yeah, we have an estate. We also have a Medal of Merit. Raises charisma. Have we done one to our foreign? Already has the medal. And I'm pretty sure we gave one to our governor. No, we haven't. But he's pretty happy. I'm going to wait until I actually need the happiness. Sloan is the lowest. I wish I could just organize this screen by relation. Okay, you are actually the lowest. Let's actually give her a medal.
Order acknowledged.
Make her less likely to rebel or something stupid. And you know what? I still can easily spin that. Anyone else that's that low? I'm looking for people in like the 60s. No. Okay. I think that's fine. And we're fine with those. Okay, so we didn't get the supplies we need. Big sad. We are trying to work on our solar panels. Also kind of big sad. Let's run it. It would be very, very nice if I could get something that could kill these stupid worms. We haven't tried an assault with the new troops. That might be able to do it. If I could even just get kills with some reliability, and maybe the GR optics will help us do that. I need to go look at their stats again and just see if I think it's possible. Because even if we had to human wave this thing, I'm just absolutely crippled by this danger that we've got. They do seem to have chilled out some with their attacks, so maybe we've got enough of them down. Okay, Artemis attacked Dionysus. One friendly ship was lost. Boo. Okay, it looks like our logistics finally recouped a little bit here. Yeah, this is going up quite a bit. Why are you happy all of a sudden? Quality of life is up by 3. Having food is 1. They're happy with how much we're paying them by 2. Oh, that makes me feel so bad. We're overpaying them that much. And then it's lowered by 2 for the danger. So I think the danger is probably just went over a threshold. Okay, national budget allocation. I don't think I need as many down here. We are just absolutely swimming in the PP at the moment. 20% there. Okay, so 25 here. 25 here. Model design, we're not really in a hurry. That lets us raise the foreign affairs to 5%. I think that's okay.
We'll go.
We do get our maritime contacts from them, I'm pretty certain. I should double check that. Offering to buy population. No.
Yes, sir.
No. I do not have spare pop. That's a rough one. A natural born killer. I think I would rather have a warrior knight. Those are the guys who turn hits into kills. Okay. I'm a little leery about jumping into jungle that I can't see, but I guess that's okay. You guys are actually supplied. What are... You can't attack. Why is that? You're not actually full. Okay, let's just let them recuperate some more. All right, let's do the upgrades again. Okay, I want everyone in the SHQ upgrade to Kracken Elite 2s. Mass upgrade. I should have checked how many we actually needed to do so I could ensure that we actually got it. I'm going to assume that that's the case. Mass upgrade, we'll check it. All in the SHQ. See no zippers. Okay, so we're expecting 600. We got it. Okay, so the other one was fine too then, I think. Okay, that's all the modernization done. In our base. Yeah, our workers went up a little bit, the truck station there. We should be finishing the solar panels next turn. Food is becoming a thing. So we may need to do our agrodome next, but again, that's going to hurt so badly because you need so many workers. It is what it is though, because we can't starve, so there's no help in that. Okay, strat card. We have another spy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give me as much as I can. I don't think we got another retreat. We didn't. War games would target what? 2 units? I don't love that. I don't love that few units. We're probably going to pop another unit out here in a second, so I'll just hold off on that. Medal of Merits, retirement, don't care. No unit feats. Okay, nothing to spend on, basically. Okay, we're going to wait for these guys to recuperate their readiness and action points. Took all their action points because they move stuff around. And then we're going to try this just to poke it and see if we could get some kills. All right, run it. Man, slow going here. I don't like these turns where we just kind of sit. We can use some of that IP to get the road through here. That'll really open up the supplies down here. And then once this is clear, I think we're just going to post up the militia for now, and maybe we can get a second group to come sweep through this. I would love it if we had him just surrounded when the war kicks off. Alternatively, we also might found another city down here. We did the counting last time, and we thought somewhere in this neighborhood is within distance. Full-blown crisis of passion. Learn sealed roads. That'll be nice. Okay, light tanks. Despite how painful it's going to be, we probably will need to design light tanks. Radiation filters. A stratagem pack. Oh, the GR chain gun. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And the scientific outpost is also interesting. Commercial gifts. Okay, we did get a cabinet retreat. Fine. Cool. No changes to our foreign affairs. Sealed roads. I think we're actually going to do that. Yeah, the only quality of life things we're missing are vidcom and housing. So I'm okay with doing that. Okay, light tank. We are going to develop you. And we're going to go with the big howitzer, the big steel. Actually, hang on. Let's not do that. Let's make sure we're staying in the habit of blueprinting. Light tank, new. All right, boink, boink, boink. That's just what it is going to be. We could lower down to a 40 mil, but this just stays relevant longer. So, yeah, that is probably it. And then when we get side skirting, then we'll redo it. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do here. So let's pop out of here. You from design, new design. All right, good luck. Please make a decent tank, because we're not gonna have too many of them, so it's gonna be hard for us to revise those upwards. Our spies have found info. We were doing the armed church. Yeah, it's a theocracy, unfortunately. Okay, we finished the solar panels. Sitting on a little bit of IP. Our ammo is down. Let's get the ammo. Let's just do a big ammo. Yeah, do it. Just a big ammo. Did I do the research for... Yeah, ammo factory. This is our next grab. 52 units. I need it no matter what, so let's just do it. All right, trade. We want to buy. Okay, only 72. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, that's saving us a lot of metal, and it's saving us a lot of IP that we're using for other things. So, oh, I shouldn't have gone to 0 if I was gonna start that construction. I'm gonna let it be. I normally don't like to have it because we'll have workers here that aren't actually working, so we're paying them and not getting any actual work done. But that's okay. We'll fiddle with it. How are you guys feeling? You're feeling like you're ready to try. All right. Those are not great odds. Those are not great odds. So the problem here is 84 HP on the defense, in addition to whatever else he's doing. We look at you guys, 47 on the attack. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right, how are you guys feeling? Not 100%. Let's wait until we can make a quality attack here. And we're kind of maxing out our logistics in this direction. We did get a cabinet retreat. Oh yeah. Man, I wish this was alphabetized or something consistent. 3% and 21. It was a failure, but we still got stuff, so not the worst. Okay, we could do GR infiltration. I'm not as psyched about that as I would be about GR chain guns, who are amazing. So I think we're going to hold off, and we're going to try to get that. Or if we get something else juicy that comes out of it. Okay, we're still sitting on lots of PP. We still have plenty of money. Let's run the turn. Okay, there's our scouting contract that we paid for. So yeah, if we get into a good place, maybe we could actually get a port and we could start expanding over on this area. But the thing is, as soon as I do that, we're basically committed to maintaining transport contracts for the rest of the game, essentially. That could be pretty juicy, though, because I'm not seeing a lot of resources over here. Okay, a scav community was removed. Okay, is that the one I'm running or the city one? Zoo project. Artemis attacks Dionysus. We lost 4 friendlies and sunk 2 enemies. We can afford those losses, but not for too long. Yeah, as you can see here, we had 0 IP, so we got no work done. But we paid 100 people to sit there. It's my lean-in shovel. All right, so we're chill here. You are just making your way back down. All right, we good here? As good as we're gonna get. All right. For those about to die, we salute you. We're as ready as we can be. Okay, good, good.
All clear, sir.
Excellent. Okay, I thought we were just gonna push them off. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that frees you up. Let's take that. I would like my spot back, thank you. Yeah, we'll come down here and just try to flush as much as we can. I think we're gonna have him take this, so let's have him go down one more. We'll have the little guy sit here on Money Hill. It's where you can go mine credits. Old Bitcoin farm buried underground. Okay, so we're working on the ammo factory. Our ammo is... Wait, you're telling me we maxed out our ammo? Oh no, we didn't lose any ammo because we haven't sent any last round. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, we can hold 32,000. We are nowhere near that. Okay, we're going to wait for the ammo factory and then we're going to do the agrodome. Are we recouping it all? Yeah, we're basically stuck here. So it seems like about every one of these is about one danger, is what it's doing to me. Not a fan. Expansion quarrels. Artemis C, there's elements that want to focus more on expanding the fleet and long-term investment. Supporting these calls would weaken the current Elder's position. Can I afford that? I would actually like the commerce, so I'm going to say yes. That's important because when we go to the maritime, look at Artemis, this person is what is giving them these stats, and that can change. So like if they all of a sudden become, this could change to be something different. Obviously they're very aggressive and very expansionistic and a lot of warfare. Greed's not too bad, so they're paying out all right. Paying out pretty nice actually. Yeah, lifetime dividends paid 2242. How much of the current? So 532. I would expect 2/3 of that be 380-ish, something like that. Never do math while you're on camera. Dividends 350. Okay, not bad. Not bad, Babel. Good job. That definitely would have paid for one of the shares we bought. So we have definitely got to profit by owning those shares. I wish we had that third share. We would be making a lot more money. Now, they'll only be able to pay that much out because they're making that much. And they're making that much by selling services and by selling resources to the traders. So, just food for thought. That's not like magic money coming out of nowhere. Okay, yeah, we got to wait for that ammo factory. I think ammo factory has to happen. I think the food has to happen. And then we'll get another unit of soldiers. We have enough recruits that we could get one. I know where I really want to move. I don't want to spend any IP on road. Do it. Kind of quick turns going through here. God, they have some metal too. I want to get that before they use it up. And just doubling our pop would be humongous. One thing that we definitely have a problem with, we don't have any free folk. Like, I don't think we've ever had any free folk over here. And that's killing me because I'm not getting a lot of population. Okay, we're seeing things move over here. Okay, how much more do we have here? 2 turns it will diminish. Finish sealed roads. Oh, of course, we get high velocity guns. Well, that's fine. I would build the howitzer on the light tanks anyways. That's totally fine. Okay, that is a relevant military tech, so I'm going to let it go. 0. Okay, we got another cabinet retreat. Babas C made a brilliantly attack on Hades. 12 ships engaged, 8. Okay, I don't like those numbers. Okay, that's not really who I care about though, so that's fine. Quintus wants to organize a party. We could soak both of those stats. Quintus will gain some relation. Apparently, Sidemore is just the party pooper. That's okay though. We'll go ahead and allow that. We got to throw a little bit of bone to the cynics. Okay, model time, no changes. We had a cabinet retreat. Cabinet retreat.
Order acknowledged.
Critical success, 16 relation and 100 XP. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, hang on a second. Leaders. Relation. Lowest. A reserve pool member has 69. Oscar. Okay, that was the unaffiliated guy. He must have joined the Cynics. I think it is time for you to go, Oscar. You should not have joined the Cynics.
Order acknowledged.
We failed. We rolled a 3. Do it again.
Order acknowledged.
We failed. We rolled a 3. I don't know about these rolls. These always feel like they're rigged. Like I'm not getting a true 1d20. I am even willing to hit him with a bronze. 250 credits.
Order acknowledged.
Yeah, 3d20, a much easier roll to make. We rolled 29 on that one. As soon as I have pay, look at the results. All right, bye, Oscar. You joined the wrong party. Sorry, friend. Okay, not much to say otherwise. We are working on the ammo factory. We did get a full turn out of it. Okay, over here, you sit in that. Okay, we're kind of at the end of our supplies here. I really do need to cross this. It's just so bloody expensive. When we railroad, we're probably going to bring the railroad through here, not through there. That's just so bloody expensive. Okay, you're kind of at the maximum. Okay, we at least have a front line. Over here, we're building that. Not much else to do. Things are starting to look better, though. We're starting to get employed up, so that's something. Spent some ammo, spent some food. The food's becoming more and more worrisome. We have the metal, actually, too. Why is my metal? Oh, we must have got the same amount we spent. Yeah, hold on. We also had that scavenge point disappear. I assume it was theirs. Yeah. Yeah, we have 11k left here. I really don't want them to get this. I kind of want to grab these myself, but I don't dare increase our workers with how bad the worker problem is at the moment. So I think I would just make that worse. We're still getting a little bit of oil. Yeah, that looks fine. Lickety split turns here. What are we even up to? I'm curious what turn we're on. The research doesn't feel like it's stellar, but it also doesn't feel like it's misery. So if I can hold out building any more councils for the time being, I think we're okay. Shoot. Grumble, grumble, go away. I don't know what those are. I think those are like dudes. I don't think those are aliens. Maybe another buggy could go. Okay, killed 200 walkers, lost 600. That's fine. That's fine. Every kill we get there is good for me. Dionysius Main made a brilliantly executed attack on Artemis. Oh wow. They lost 3 friendly ships and they sunk 10. Oh no, Artemis. Artemis, no. We're down to 3 ships. That's not good. They're also pro-pirate. I'm not a big fan of that. Stop being pirates. Okay, the reason that we're able to get kills here, let me dive into this a little bit. So, the 2 numbers on these are attack and defend. So on the defend, we're almost twice as effective as we are on the attack. So we can deal 93 when they attack us. If we look at him, he's 108 on the offense, so he is better. So he did get more kills, but that's a lot closer than the like 47 to when we attack into his 84. If we have a tank, our tank will absolutely gobsmack these. So as soon as we get tanks, we're building at least one auxiliary and we're gonna wipe these out. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're also walkers, so they're gaining some bonus there. I assume that makes them hard targets. So that's also not great for us because we don't have any heart attack particularly. I guess a unit of bazookas also. A unit of bazooka? I didn't think about that. What is our bazooka like? We never even bothered to look because I didn't really care. 117 structural design. Okay, that's good. That's really good. 130 is about maximum, I think. So that's stellar. Not a great base design. We rolled absolute trash on the weapon design. Armor's almost maxed out. Okay. Okay. What are your actual stats? 36 hard attack, 71 hard defense. Now those guys are walkers, right? Group, aka unit group, determines if it's a hard or soft. This is a hard target, right? Because they're walkers. I actually think we can do this. I didn't even think about that because normally I don't really care for bazookas. RPGs are where they become good. Let's try that. Let's try that. So I want an independent RPG battalion. This is really cheap, no problems there. Yeah, raise it. All right, buddy boy. You've had your fun. Change HQ. We're going to set them to the first so he can get some bonuses. All right. Depending on how this goes, we're going to rename them based on this encounter. So we'll see if it goes well and they get a cool name, or if they're lame and they get a lame name. 19. I am going to bring these down, I think. We need to get a little bit better front line going here. I don't want them to zip through and cut me off or something. We'll get him over here. And we're just chilling here for now. Yeah, just chilling here for now. 0.1 turn left on the ammo factory. I think that's good enough that we could get started over here on the agrodome. So let's go to construct. We need 2 rounds. We need 2 machines, which we do have. Metal, which we definitely have. And not even that much IP. Start.
Yes, sir.
I think after that, we're going to get a unit. And then after that, we're going to try to go up to Industry 2. Should be pretty good. A major worker strike. We're going to bribe them again.
Yes, sir.
That really does make my main faction really happy. So that is a happy little accident. They want to buy some IP. We have 297. They want to buy 192. So that would let me do the construction I want next turn. Who is this? Artemis C. Yes.
Yes, sir.
They okay. So that definitely is related, right? They just had all their ships sunk. They need IP to build new ships. That's exactly what just happened there. So it isn't necessarily the worst thing that they do lose some ships, but we do want them to maintain their strong power so that they're paying out that dividend to us. So a lot going on with those. A lot going on. I do like that. I do like that. Okay, spy. Yep, just keep loading them in. War games, Mission Impossible. That is pretty impossible. You are right, game. I don't think I want to recruit anybody until I have a reason. Don't think I want to put tariffs up. Soon we might be able to use defense. We could spend a little bit of money, up to 500, and then we would get some IP. 1d10 times population divided by IP, multiply 10 IP multiplied by the commerce profile. That's a I'm not going to do it right now, but next time we're over 2K, I may just play one of these just to get a feel for the numbers better. We don't need any archaeology because we know there's nothing here. I don't want to do this until we kind of are done with the expanding zone. Is anybody feeling super cranky? No, we got people pretty chill at the moment. All right, yep. Do it. Spending ammo, spending metal. Yeah, having the ammo factory up before you have to go to war is so nice. Like we saw, it's so inefficient to be producing ammo, and there's just the human problem of me remembering to actually do it. So it is humongous getting that up. If you're going to be bombing artillery or major tanking also, it's important to get it early and get those reserves built up. Whoops. Precious of passion. We did not get the amount of private assets. We finished our tank. Civ raised to 7. Private investment and a cabinet retreat. Cool. Artemis C has started an auction. I want that. Okay, good. We didn't lose anything. Demand your population happiness reaches 74. I'm going to say yes because I think we're going to kill the worm. We're totally going to kill the worm, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no changes there.
Roger,
No changes there. Okay, let's, before we make a decision here, drum roll, please. 116. Nice. Okay, kind of mediocre on the actual engine and weapon. Good on the armor. But this is fine. 116 is great. Of course, it's on a planet that it's not going to be the best for, because of course it is. This is fine, though. This is definitely fine. We're going to definitely build one of these and start trying to get some field testing for it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, you guys move to here. Yeah, I'm going to wait for them to be fully recouped before we make an attempt on that. Hop on in. Move up there. Yeah, and we're going to get to the point where he's not going to be able to push me out at least. There is a method to the madness. I want to go here because I can push in from the side. All right, you just chill there for now. Okay, we don't have a ton of spare IP. We started the dome. We finished the ammo factory. All right, just 25%. We don't need to go too crazy here. Mainly it's the worker problem more than anything else. Okay, chillin'. That's fine. Okay, so we are very happy with this. I guess we're gonna no order it. Yeah, we don't have any other tech or anything. We can upgrade Big Town to a minor city. I think we're gonna say yes. Our quality of life is not their problem, and once we kill this guy and we're happy, we can hopefully afford to get the bureaucratic offices for. So I'm gonna say yes. Okay, Artemis, I want this. I want this very badly. Let's do 1,212.
Aye, aye, sir.
Quite a bit more, but that's okay. That's our moneymaker. Okay, you're chilling. You're building. I don't really have enough IP to do a road chunk. We had... Where's my cabinet retreat? Cabinet retreat.
Order acknowledged.
Critical success, 8 and 96 XP. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. What was the other one I got? I got some other card I was pretty excited about. Oh, it was private investment. Do I need that though? There is going to be a point where we have nothing else to spend on. They're still saving up for that surveillance station. They're making plenty of money. I think I'm going to hold off on that. If we found a new city, dumping a bunch of cash into it would be helpful. So until we get a second one, maybe we hold on to this. Come on, buddy. Get ready for combat for me, please. I want to see us squish these stupid wrigglers. Squirmers. We're going to make them squirm. Live up to your name, worm. Oh, we're even a little over time. Oh, I'm committed. We're going to go until we can see what the RPGs are able to do. We'll do a little bit of bonus combat. I'm very, very curious if this is going to work. It's so rare that I ever actually build bazookas because the heart attack is too low for the early tanks, and that's kind of where you would need them. And generally, if we've had creatures that needed heart attack, they've had like stupid amounts. But these guys actually don't, so I'm very hopeful here, actually. Okay, one turn, the effects will have disappeared. Excellent. Admin raised to 7. Another cabinet retreat. We did win the auction. I really wish, even if it was a blind auction for the first part, I wish it would tell me who else was bidding and how much. We had a averagely executed naval attack. 2 and 2. Not in love with that. Okay, how are you feeling? You guys are still not feeling it. What is going on here? Why are you being so slow? Regain plus skill mod. Yeah, what are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing? Readiness bonus is 0. Operational command roll was 53. Operational command. Okay, your operational command isn't great. Are you leveling that? Failed attempt to... Yeah, see, these low capability people are going to have a lot of fails in here. I gained a democracy. Excellent. Defensive. Okay, that's not... You're not leveling the stuff I need here, bro. Yeah, offensive tactics would help. Operational command is what we need, and he has not tried to increase that in quite a while. Now, he's not gaining a ton of XP either in his defense. All right, maybe we will play a war game this turn. Okay, budget allocations, no changes. Demand our bureaucratic assets reach 5. I'm going to accept that because I am going to build the bureaucracy. Policy speech. Happiness 75. Relations, quality of life. I could do this one. We have researched it. I can build quality of life buildings. I don't need the democracy score particularly, and our commerce score is actually kind of suffering. All right, let's go with population happiness. I'm assuming we're going to kill these stupid worms. Okay, I actually could use a little bit more here. So, hold. Let's bring this up to 5%.
Aye, aye, sir.
If we're going to get across, we're going to need, I believe it's a port contract, and we don't have one, so. Okay, tribal healer or an elite sniper. Sniper because it's commerce. Okay, strat card wise, I did say I wanted to play a war game, so let's do it.
Acknowledged.
We succeeded. They got 4 relation and 54 XP. All right, please spend that intelligently and raise some stats I care about. And then let's also do a cabinet retreat.
Acknowledged.
Beautiful. Yeah, notice how our bad events chilled out now that we have people who are, if not happy, they're at least not mad. Okay, we're kind of at the end of our rope here. Yeah, let's just chill there. We're gonna struggle to supply that. Okay, 1.1 turn left. You're telling me you don't have enough machines. I thought we did have enough machines when we started that. 4 machines for sale for 80. We'll buy them. Oh, that zeroed out my money. Oops, oops, oops. Sell. All right, we will sell. Okay, the metal price is actually really good. Metal's just too valuable for me. I would rather sell the rares. They want 48 of them. I will sell 48 of them. We just need a little operating cash here. What are we actually doing? Maybe I should be a little more careful here. We are losing. I really wish they would have a total here. Doesn't make any sense when you make reports like this. You would always have a total. So 50, 60, 71 credit deficit. Okay, not the best. Now, yeah, only 34 income from that turn. Again, we can raise our taxes here, hopefully momentarily. All right, let's do at least one more turn, see if I can get this attack. I'm kind of committed to it at this point. I do like that I'm not seeing any other sea creatures, so that's at least another bonus. It's interesting to me that he's struggling that much to just get that readiness up. Even though there shouldn't be any problems right there. We're not taking losses or anything. We're not having supply problems. Okay, cool. Okay, time of efficiency. Discovered heavy industry, that's early. Okay, we also should take a look at zone cards. Artemis lost 3 ships. Man, you guys, you were doing a good job, and all of a sudden you just fell off a cliff. I mean, there's no reason not to. Let's just get it researched. We're probably not building that anytime too soon. They want to buy population? No. No, no, no. We are not doing that. Okay, we will finish the agrodome next turn. Can I afford... It's going to be Bureaucratic Office 4. We probably cannot afford the electricity. So instead, let's get the High Command going. It's a slow burn to build it. That'll be fine. We're down 40 power. So you use 10, so 30 more energy use. We can absorb that. Just to double check though. Okay, so 3 is using 96 energy. Yeah, that would double my energy. We cannot afford that easily. We would need to build the solar for that. So let's do High Command.
Yes, sir.
And get that increasing. All right, how are you guys feeling? Pretty good. 90% readiness. I'm willing to use that. All right, we're not going to send you in alone. Oh, you're short. Okay, I'm actually... we're going to hold one more turn. I did not realize that we were a couple soldiers short. In fact, actually, let's make some spares. Let's go to 12. Yeah. All right, we'll wait one more turn. They should be really good and ready at that point. And strat card, nation, cabinet, go.
Acknowledged.
Beautiful. Man, we're going to have so much XP on those guys. And then I said zone stuff I needed to look at. Yeah, zoo project. Yep, build a zoo. We're going to put all the wrigglers in the zoo. It's going to be one of those really bad, sad zoos. Not a nice one. All right, run it. Oh my goodness, we're over 10 minutes over time. Look what the wrigglers did. I'm gonna need to figure out a good name for these guys. If they actually are able to kill these. They don't even have to do like crazy good. We just have to trade evenly and I would be happy. It also would have helped maybe if I had brought a recon vehicle over here. I don't think we're going to be able to reach it, unfortunately, this turn. Oh, they attacked. Okay, well, that's not terrible, because that made, if they had any entrenchment, it's gone. We lost 700. Okay, time of efficiency. Okay, we discovered artillery and automatic rifle. Yes! Yes! All right, commercial. All right, before I forget. Call, organization, military, call, research. Okay. I think I want the automatic rifle first.
Roger that.
And we will develop an artillery piece. All right, this is always so difficult. I used to kind of like the 25s because you can haul them by hand, but they just don't function. Even with like combat armor, they stop being effective. Ditto at 40, ditto at 60. I think we're gonna try 88s as our initial one. These are gonna have to be towed, and that is gonna suck, but I don't have a way around that. So I think we're gonna try 88s. And we're gonna give them a Viro suit. All right, good luck. No changes. Elite school network grows in power. If we do nothing, we gain a bunch of commerce. If we limit the number, we gain a bunch of government, which I don't really want. We could just have them gain more students. Yeah, that's gonna make some people really mad. Let's just have them get some more students. Set salaries. All right, you know what? You don't annoy me. You can have a credit. Confirm.
Wilco.
Also, my money is getting rather low again. Okay, here, you guys move back up. Move up there. All right, we're gonna sacrifice this unit. Sorry, friend. We're gonna go for a probe attack to try to get the recon.
Requesting backup.
Okay, almost got all the recon that we need. Painful. But now we know where the wrigglers are. Okay, let's see how the RPGs do. So these, they retreated like instantly. What happened there? What happened here? We got counterattacked and then retreated. I think we just had an unfortunate roll. This leader is not cutting it very well. All right, I'm not going to give up the hope yet, but I'm also feeling like that didn't do what I wanted it to do, unfortunately. Okay, luckily we didn't lose anybody, so that's okay. We are also attacking in with MG squads, which isn't ideal. All right, we can finish the agrodome. What would it take to get me a tank? So an independent unit of lights. We could do it. Do it. Raise the formation. I'm tired of these worms, but we'll have to see how that's going to shake down next time. Do we have anything else in here? We do. We'll run our cabinet retreat. And let's run our spies. We're still planning on going to war, maybe with these guys, although, well, no, they're never, it's a theocracy. I would really have preferred to get some use out of my foreign council, but unfortunately not happening. Also, our food's getting very nervous. I'm very nervous about that food, so I'm glad this is finished. Okay, that's going to be it for this one. Kracken Unlimited, still here, going okay. Yeah, I think once we get rid of this worm, we're going to be in so much better of a spot. So hopefully the tanks will be able to do it. I can't imagine that they are going to let me down too, but you know, you never know. You never know. We also have this organic furnace that we could increase. You know what? Saying that out loud before I forget between episodes, I think we're going to raise that. We get more power, but it chops faster. I actually do kind of want to deforest, so let's actually queue that up. Did we need machines for that? No. Okay, cool. All right. that's going to be it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to comment. I do have to decide what I'm going to produce, so I'm obviously going to pick things that people are interested in, and comments are one way I can tell what people are wanting to see. If you haven't subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription today. I'd love to have you come on down to Kracken Unlimited. Join me live on a live stream there and hang out. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks. Join me live for a super chat. Check out the Patreon or the memberships here on YouTube. All right, babble out. I'll see you in the next one.